Well, welcome everybody. I appreciate your taking your time out of your busy day to join us. Today's presentation will provide an update on the Research Security Office and the evolving regulatory landscape that's shaping our work. Right, the Research Security Office operates under the Vice Chancellor for Research and supports classified program management and controlled unclassified information in research. We've been a participant in the National Industrial Security Program since 1974. We maintain secure spaces for both DoD and DOE work and manage the A&M Systems Insider Threat Program. We also provide secure computing resources and subject matter expertise to all system members. So when I say that we've participated in the National Industrial Security Program since 1974, that means that the A&M system is a cleared defense contractor, just like Lockheed Martin or Boeing or any of the big cleared defense contractors that you're familiar with. We support all principal investigators across the A&M system as a Part 26 organization, a shared service. Our portfolio includes interfacing with the federal intelligence community, managing export control and undue foreign influence, and providing reachback services to all A&M system members. We place a priority in our efforts on high-profile initiatives across the A&M system, such as the University Consortium for Applied Hypersonics, the Bush Combat Development Complex, and the Texas A&M Semiconductor Institute. I think, as probably everybody knows, the regulatory environment in higher education is rapidly evolving. Starting with NSPM 33 in 2021, we've seen major developments like the CHIPS and Science Act, Texas Senate Bill 1565, the Governor's Executive Order GA 48, and then most recently HB 127. All these changes reflect a growing emphasis on research integrity and national security, and we'll cover each one of these in some depth as we move through the briefing. Back in 2022, we authored System Regulation 150504 to create and protect our research, or it was created to protect our research and educational programs from undue foreign influence. It introduced a protective review process and elevated the importance of vetting procedures. Restricted party screenings alone are no longer sufficient for what the U.S. government is requiring us to do. So system members must now really do some elevated risk reviews and undergo some higher level approvals for our federally funded research. And I'd like to say that, we were out in front of a lot of these changes that we're going to talk about. And because we were proactive when both the state and federal level agencies introduced some of these new regulations, we were largely compliant at the time that the regulations went into force. So this is really about balancing engagement and security. 150504 encourages global engagement and open science, but also defines high-risk engagements and mandates export control compliance and conflict of commitment disclosures. Our commitment is to fundamental science and global collaboration while ensuring reciprocity and protecting institutional integrity. As the Chief Research Security Officer, what I tell our staff is that our job is to help PIs get to yes. International collaboration is extremely important, and we do not want research security to be a barrier to that international collaboration. We want to support international collaboration with some informed risk-based decision making. So that's the philosophy that we're operating under. So some of the general prohibitions that we're operating under in 1505-04 include safeguarding against covert foreign influence. Employees are prohibited from participating in malign foreign talent recruitment programs. They're prohibited from engaging with Confucius institutes, from accepting gifts or travel from countries of concern, or working with entities listed under Section 1286 of the National Defense Authorization Act. The compliance review process involves multiple layers. It begins with the individual employee disclosure, that includes system member compliance reviews, finally, empowered official review at the system member level. And then at the RSO, we take another look and conduct our due diligence processes, which are all reviewed by the Office of General Counsel and then approved by Dr. Alab, the Vice Chancellor for Research. And this ensures thorough due diligence and accountability of our research security processes. More recently, we've seen activity at the Texas state level with the passing of House Bill 127 and the establishment of the Higher Education Research Security Council, or HRSC, which is designed to enhance research security across Texas. The council includes representatives from major university systems, so the 7 university systems in Texas, as well as health science centers across the state. And then private universities are also allowed to opt into this council. The council will be led by the Texas A&M system for its first year. We will have our initial meeting on the 3rd of December. The House bill does a number of things. First, it requires that each institution establish a research security office, similar to the office that we have here at Texas A&M, where the RSO is responsible for screening foreign researchers, verifying information, and reporting concerns to law enforcement if necessary. The HRSC will also oversee foreign adversary education software. Institutions and employees under HB 127 may not accept gifts from foreign adversaries unless they are of de minimis value. So larger gifts must be vetted and approved and reported to both the Higher Education Research Security Council, and institutions are responsible for investigating any violations. The bill also speaks to academic partnerships, and institutions must avoid partnerships that constrain academic freedoms or promote agendas detrimental to the state or the nation. Recognized student organizations are also prohibited from accepting gifts or contracts from foreign adversaries and must certify compliance annually. In many cases, some of these student organizations are funded by their state, and that is now prohibited by Texas state law. We are now required to screen foreign researchers who are not lawful permanent residents or have affiliations with foreign adversaries. And while the bill is new, we have been doing this under A&M system policy since 2022. The council may establish a framework for screening and defining low-risk exemptions, and that will be part of our discussion in our first meeting here in December. Background checks and documentation will also become mandatory under this new Texas state law. House Bill 127 also addresses requirements for foreign travel monitoring. Institutions must implement a risk-based framework for employment-related foreign travel. Once again, we've been doing that for some time, so the bill will not require any changes in the way we have been doing this within the A&M system. It requires the RSO to pre-approve certain trips, and institutions must maintain detailed records for at least 3 years. The one new requirement will be that annual reports will have to be submitted to the governing boards. But we are largely compliant with the requirements today. In closing, I'd just like to say that, as a Part 26 organization, we are a shared service. We are here for the system members and, would encourage you to reach out whenever you have questions or have a situation where we can add value.